So Bouzeron, the only village appellation with the Aligoté, meaning that if you have Chardonnay, it will be Bourgogne Côte Chalonnaise or Bourgogne Chardonnay. And actually, it's made like with two slopes. One from the east, so it starts like at 200 meters from the back there, and so the east is really like sunny, and all the west slope, which had like the highest point, which is here, like almost 400 meters of altitude. This slope is like west oriented, and here for just this plot, so a bit more than half an hectare, we are like west and northwest oriented, meaning that we have kind of a lot of wind from the north, meaning that it's super great against the disease because it dries everything and it keeps a great freshness during the season. So which is cool for like 22, 23. When you have 24, it's great regarding the disease, but for the freshness it keeps like some acidity, so this is what we like actually for now. What is great about Bouzeron, actually they have made some digs everywhere, 13 actually, from the west and from the east and from the west, and they have made one here in our plot. And what we have here in the plot is like white Mars, actually, and more than 1 meters of ground, of soil, which is great. And if you go just on the other side of the road, you have like just a really small ground. It's like 30 centimeters just before being on the rocks. So it's like really different. And here it's almost the same soil than on the Corton Hills, obviously. But it's a bit older, so we can feel it in the wine.
We also figured out that we have like a lot of stone in that, a lot of rocks, like almost 50 to 60%, which is kind of huge. But that's a good point because regarding like soil compaction, it's like really easier like to work that kind of ground, and also regarding like water retention, it's quite good on that plot. There's also something, it's like this is a plot that is like late regarding like the Côte de Beaune or even like a bit Côte Chalonnaise, but we're like still being like a bit early for Aligoté because of like those rocks, like with the
albedo
effects. The albedo effects. Like we've seen, like especially like the beginning of this year, that was like surprising, that everything like went off like very fast because of that like light effect on the vineyard. So that was quite interesting to see, and we know we have to manage that.
What effect? The albedo
effect.
It's when you have the light reflecting, the sunlight reflecting on the ground, because it's like, you know, a bit like sometimes in Rhône Valley, when you have all the gravels, the white gravels, so you have like the white light that just reflects, and
that has an impact, especially on
the floor.
The Bouzeron, like the buds,
The buds start. So it's
the buds start earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Despite the fact that we have pruned late March,
very late,
and comparing to our neighbors, so every year we are like comparing just to see if there is an effect, and actually it's going a bit like faster.
At the beginning, we thought, like, because it was Aligoté and high altitude Aligoté, that everything would be like very late regarding like other plots. But because of that, we figured that was like almost close to certain like maybe Pinot or So we're still like learning about that.
But regarding Bouzeron appellation, it's still a bit like later than the east side, because it's really sunny. We have like a map with all the sun impact on these slopes, but for instance, so we have no lights today, but from like 8:30 during the summer, we still have like the sun until like 9:30 or 10, because it's going there.
Okay.
So it's a good plot.
Regarding viticulture, we certified the plot like organic 2 years ago.
Yes.
Like even before we took the plot.
Which is a plot, yeah.
Yeah, so that was like important for us. We want people to know that we are certified because for us, like the organic certification is a way for consumers to know what they're buying. This is something important for us, even when we buy like our food or our drinks. So for us, that was like being part of that like circle also. So we are like also trying to learn about like this certification and like regarding the difficult vintages that happened like even like 2024, just to see like how it's gonna be. But for now, we really wanted to do our job like regarding the certification. For this plot, it didn't make a big change because the previous owner was already like laboring, like working like the ground. So that didn't make a huge difference on like the groundwork, but more on the different like sprays we're doing. That's the biggest difference, I think. We do like a bit of sulfur and also copper, but we also tried like 2 years ago some valerian,
some phytotherapy.
Yeah, a bit phytotherapy this year also. Origan Tansariette.
Yeah, it's made like pizza.
Right. And what is that? What is the phytotherapy? What is this pizza spray do?
This one is for the worms.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, like the boamies.
The boamies or.
Yeah, mange bourgeon, exactly. Because I don't know why, but they love Aligoté and they love that plot. So we're trying to do something about that. This year was okay because like debudding, I don't know, like was like the bud start was like very fast, so it wasn't like a big issue. But last year was like there was a lot of damage.
But there are still some consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Which ones?
This one.
So yeah,
they ate it. And so you spray this to against them.
Yeah,
exactly, because it's Origan Tansariette.
Yeah.
Or oregano, thyme, and
Sarriette.
What's that? Because like Tomoko, she says she sprays with garlic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the same type of treatment at the same moment, but we're like trying to do some trials also about that. So maybe garlic. I don't know if we're ready to try, but yeah.
Does it work? This.
Yeah, because actually it's
savory en anglais.
Savory.
Sarriette.
Okay.
Now we know.
Now we know. Savory, oregano, thyme.
But
I would say the smell.
It's supposed to be like repulsive because it smells like very strong. Like the mange bourgeon are supposed like to be threatened by that. But I think this year, because there was a lot of sunlight during like the bud start, it was like very efficient, like mechanically. But yeah, we have like to do this trial like every year now and different type of season to know if it's gonna work. But that was the first trial. We also want to try like before and after flowering, also different sprays, like natural sprays. But last year we couldn't because it was like very difficult like to spray something else like during flowering.
It would be not efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
Rainy.
So we hope like we can try that
we will
year.
try it.
We have everything now, so we're ready. But
we are ready now.
Yeah,
we really believe in some like phytotherapy sprays because you have like some scientific text or demonstration that proves that, for instance, the varium, the effects are really effective. Yes.
Is it with like Eric Pitio or with some other people that you saw?
Or just like sometimes not, I would say not literally from biodynamics, but you have like other scientific text or documentation from or pharmaceutical or whatever that on phytotherapy that are really great. So this is how it works, for instance.
And we also tried like to seed some cover crop. So we did it like in November, but that was a bit late. But because of the season, that was hard like to prepare like the ground like before seeding. So we did that in November. Peas,
rye,
ouais,
and févrole, pois et seigle.
Yeah.
So rye, févrole, I don't know, and peas.
Pea
Something.
family.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was great because all the aim is like the nitrogen from the air is
fix
fixed,
it, yeah,
and then just a bit transformed to be available for the vines.
So November was late. So ideally, you would like to do it when?
Maybe
Ideally,
in September,
September or-
beginning of October.
yeah.
Yeah, would be like
ideally
ideal.
in almost July, depending on what you
So,
you sow.
and it's
So-
better to do it. You would like to do it earlier because.
Because you let the time for these seeds to grow and really to be effective on the nitrogen fixation.
Yeah. And you said you planted every other row,
Yeah, every 3 rows.
every
rows,
3
yeah.
rows.
And maybe we're gonna change like every 3 years, like just to make sure like every row like sees a bit of the cover
Yes.
crop. But for now, that's the strategy. And we did that because like the ground analysis, like the soil analysis, were like very great, like regarding every balances. Some stuff were like to be corrected, but there was nothing like really.
No, it was not in big quantity.
We allowed ourselves to do that because like the plot was already in a good shape.
And when you make the analysis, what are the different factors that they look like? Is it there's nitrogen and what
Yes.
other things?
No, yeah. Nitrogen, copper, potassium, calcium, magnesium,
The carbon and
or
nitrogen like
iron,
balance also.
all the
Or like the micronutrients you have in the soil, so we wanted to be sure.
if you need to adjust.
Do you guys measure like the percentage of organic matter?
Yeah,
Yes.
we also did.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact amount, but yeah, we did that also. Yeah. And so yeah,
Your CCO out of carbon on nitrogen. So we are trying, we are playing, and it's great for the moment.
Horse bean.
What?
Févrole.
Horse bean?
Thank you, Google.
Go a bit higher to. La joue is much better. It doesn't change a lot.
doing like pruning, we tried like so 2 years ago to start like doing some poussard. So it's quite challenging with a plot like that because the vines are like very high. It was like machine harvested before. So we're like really trying like to get them like a bit lower because like with the relevage time it's getting a bit hard. So we managed to do that we managed to lower down a bit like the baguette. So that was nice in 2-3 pruning times like to manage to do that. But regarding like poussard, it's hard because it's like 40-45 years old Aligoté.
Yes.
So there's not much new gourmands
New
that
batch,
are like coming from like the bottom. So for example, one like this, we managed like to find this one here and the other one there, but still high. But
Yeah, so there's not stuff that's coming out
yeah,
from here.
exactly. Here it was like okay, but that's not really easy. And it's kind of a vigorous vineyard, so it's also what we have to be careful is that when you let like 2 different coursons like this, just to be sure with the baguette that there's not like too much
Leaves at
at the same
place.
same
Yeah.
place.
You need to do what we call like a window. For instance, here, if we see that it's like a bit like too much, this one could like be
Removed, like, during
be removed
bursting.
just to let these two
To have more
going up,
space.
Yeah, so that's a challenge for now.
Are all the bandages related to pruning?
No. Not that time. No, I'm wearing gloves usually. But yeah, that's the challenge for the pruning. So, but very interesting because it's it reminded us that not every plot can be as easily transferred
In
through
Poussard.
Guyot Poussard. So we are like very careful about that, like not to stress the vineyard too much by like adding two coursons. But we really want to try to lower the vines down. That's the main objective, I guess.
because after during the season we quite like to let some like
Canopy.
canopy. Yeah, a lot of canopy. So most of the time we don't do any rognage on the side, depending on the year. For instance, on the hedging on the top. For instance, 2023 was great because it protects from the sun on the both side, especially this one because it's south there. But for instance, in 2024, we could do just like leaves with the hand just for aeration. So that's why we try to lower, because like that we have like a bit more canopy, because this is the essence of the vine. So we need to manage this one.
And we're also like trying to let some I don't know how you say this, but like cône de dissécation.
It's when you cut, you dry. So for instance, we have this one, just to let this part dry
out,
and then after the next season we could like cut it. Well, for this one we will see, because here's meaning that you still have like some sap here if you do it. So this one up.
And you guys mentioned later pruning. So why do you do that, and what difference have you seen compared to your neighbors who prune earlier than you?
Because we can do it, because we have only this plot. So if we have 10 hectares, it would be different, of course. Because actually we are doing it just to avoid frost. But now when you have like frost at the end of April, whatever you are pruning in March or not, good luck.
That's what happened in 2024, because there was a bit of frost like in Marange and a bit Mercure also. So there was like, I don't remember, but that was maybe 24th of April. And the stage was close to now. But like we pruned like from 1st March to 20th of March. And it was like not really efficient with the late frost. But and last year, because like the bud start was like very slow, we've seen like very big difference with like the two neighbors that they pruned like in December and I think January, February for the other. And for like few weeks we were like, why the vineyard is not like there are like no leaves or anything.
Come on, girls, go!
Wake up.
No sun.
We were like a bit like, scared about that,
but it was okay. After
the impact of the late pruning was like we've seen like the difference. But this year that's not the same.
No, it's okay, because
I think there may be like one leaves of difference, but I'm not sure.
We will check, but it's okay. And next week it will be super sunny and quite hot, so everything will be growing up, and all the late will be okay.
When do you guys plow? What?
Labour.
Okay.
So there's someone dealing with the plowing for us that is also working like in Bouzeron area, like mostly doing a very nice job. We're trying like to do like the first plowing like very late, like not to wake the vines like too soon.
Because when you are doing it for the first time, the ground will be a bit warmer. And so if you want to delay the buds, you need to wait a bit, because if you are doing a bit early, the ground is getting warmer, the buds starts, and everything, and so you have a risk of frozen buds at the end. So
but then
it's
2024 happens, and you want to plow like very, very soon. But yeah, that's the strategy to begin the season. And after this, like the plot is like really easy, like to
work,
to plow, and there's like not a lot of herbs or anything like growing too much.
And last year we changed a bit, because they plow, they just like did like just one
pass
for the cover crop in November. So that's why this year it was a bit like easier for them to pass, because it was not so with many herbs, so it was pretty easy.
There's like something interesting now regarding like the different beginning of seasons, like maybe to work like to plow like just after harvest, so you can delay a bit more like the first plowing you're gonna do in the season. We're thinking about that because this year that was a bit like the happy
Accident?
happy accident because we really wanted like to seed like the cover crops, so we wanted like the ground like to be like to plow, but we figured this out that it was like more easy, like there was less stress at the beginning of the season because it wasn't like dirty on the ground or everything was okay, so we might think about that the next seasons.
If you each could describe how you feel about this plot in one word.
To write it down on the paper and
Yeah.
afterwards. Like one word to describe.
Yeah, you have a word and you can have a word.
Ok, moi j'en ai un, mais ok.
You can say it at the same time.
Like whatever we want.
Yeah, just one word, how you feel. 1, 2, 3.
To me, it would be like peaceful. Like the area is like so peaceful.
For me, it would be blessed
Oh.
because it's like a super great and nice plot to start in the
with,
Burgundy game without being part of the Burgundy game at the beginning. So it's quite cool.
Yeah.
It's Aligoté, it's Bouzeron, it's wonderful ground.
Yeah.
It's easy to work plot, so it's
between like the forest, like the different animals
and
and
the
vineyards.
area is quite nice. Yes, when you are looking there, sometimes we are like, oh, why not having a house in Montou? And sometimes we are, oh.
Over there it's beautiful, like the,
And we can like, I don't remember, but there's like Les Trois Croix in Les Maranges, that is like one of the highest points also here, and then just like Ruy, and we can like see already like the Côte Chalonnaise. So it's also like a sort of, a lot of people say Bouzeron is sort of a gate like between Côte de Beaune and Côte Chalonnaise, but I think here with like the altitude we can feel it, like
yeah,
this
you
is,
can
like,
see the
kind of
different
gate. Yeah.